as many as 34, lead at 97, 67 going to the fourth quarter.
Oh, man, and this is another thing that great players do. I mean, Kobe Bryant, we know his number is 40 points right now, but Allen Houston's in the locker room because he doesn't want to play. Kurt Thomas has 2 points, 0 for 3, because he has to put so much energy in defending Shaq. And that's the other thing they do is what it does to the head, to your opponents.
Well, that's what Don Chaney said. The critics said he reported that after that dunk, it seemed to have deflated the Knicks, and they haven't been as competitive since that occurred.
Medvedenko out there with Horry, Devin George, Kobe Bryant, Kareem Rush. Charlie Ward is in the game for the New York Knicks with Malon, Harrington, Joliet, Sprewell. Talked about Houston moments ago. X-rays negative. Hurt his wrist in the opening seconds of the game. Out for the second half. All-Star break begins for both these teams after tonight. 2-point miss by Kobe Bryant. Winner miss tonight. He has gone 16 of 24.
And the Knicks fans are behind us hollering, oh, he's having one of those I was there games.
Joliet is in 2 in a row. The former Cleveland Cavalier and Orlando Magic player.
I think, you know, Kobe's going to get a few more shots at it, see if he's still hot, now that he's kind of calmed down, his emotions aren't into it anymore, and give him a few extra minutes, and he'll probably be out.
Rush to Medvedenko. Fake, Malon hit.
Medvedenko ain't with the program, though. He doesn't know we're watching want to see Kobe score.
Lakers come in tonight having won 4 consecutive games. They're at 500 for the first time since Greg Sager, November 3rd, when they were 2-2. Tonight they come in 23 up and 23 down.
We know how special that quarter was for Kobe Bryant with 22 points. That's just 2 off the all-time Laker record for most points in a quarter. 24 shared by Elgin Baylor and Jerry West.
How about those names? Sprewell across the way.
I saw them play.
I know you did. You didn't play against him when you were with the Celtics, but you watched him. Here's
He had already retired.
Rush. Jonathan.
Yeah. I think I was in the 2nd grade. I saw him play.
What year was that?
Listen to this.
I wasn't even born.
If you don't know, I don't have to tell you. I'm going to tell you that.
John Adams. Camouflage all the things in your life.
That's right.
Malon. Why the Hornets let him go, Danny?
Because he can't defend and rebound. That's why he's not playing for the Knicks, because the Knicks need interior offense and defense and rebounding. And, you know, Nayland can score the ball, but he has to do a better job of playing the other elements of the game, or he's going to have a tough time finding a job.
Kobe. Chased by Sprewell, launching a 2. Just 2 straight. Here's Kareem Rush. Top pick by Toronto. Wax traded to the Lakers. Phil Jackson likes it.
Good ball to Kobe. You want to see Kobe score that.
Rush. Lakers 0-6 shooting in this fourth quarter.
The thing that you have to admire Kobe about, though, if you watch his performance, he just does not play on the offensive end of the court. His offense overshadows so many of the other things, very much like Michael, that he does on the floor.
There's Charlie Ward. He's having a great season. 9 years with this team. The lead now is at 20.
Yeah, the Lakers will start playing offensively with any sort of energy. They're just kind of standing around because they know the game is over.
New York's on a 10-0 run. Ward, Malon, into George. Joliet. Malon. Clearance and zipper. There's Oren. Kobe with Medvedenko at 2-on-1. Sweet pass. Wipe it away. 1-on-1 with the Giants.
That's what you get, Medvedenko. Throw the ball back to Kobe. Kobe should have given up to him just a little earlier, so he would have get that missile trick from the score.
They didn't teach that in the Ukraine.
Kobe should have given it to him just a little earlier, and he probably would have got that ball back.
He gave it to him early, thinking that he was going to receive it back. He's not smart enough to understand that's what he's supposed to do.
Michael Joliet. Lakers have not scored in this quarter. They led by 30 coming in. The lead down to 20 right Sprewell for three. It's a 17-point game with under 8 to play.
Well, they've got to be careful because you let them ease back into this game. This crowd will turn on them. You take Kobe out, you put Shaq back in, so you'll have one of your superstars in. But if you don't watch out before we know it, we'll be into a dogfight.
Well, when they were up 30, you could tell they kind of turned their brains off. And it's hard to turn the brain back on. And, usually it takes Shaq 5 minutes to get going in the regular game. In this fourth quarter, it might take him until they get to the 10 before they get real serious.
Charlie Ward for three. A 16-0 run by the New York Knicks. Ward with the three right there, and tonight he's got 2 threes. That's 500 for his career. Very few Knicks have accomplished that.
Well, they're putting confidence back in the Knicks now. I mean, you talk about how they're coming back. This is what has happened to the Lakers as a season. They've got to definitely still maintain that kill factor here.
A little over 5 minutes before the Lakers get their first field goal right there from Derek Fisher.
Big shot by Fisher right there. You can see, Kobe kind of looked like he was just going through the motions at the fourth quarter. And all of a sudden, the Knicks are feeling it, and they have nothing to lose. So it's always amazing to me that people say, well, why don't they do this the whole game? Well, it's a whole different mindset. They're down by 30, and they're just jacking them up, free and easy.
Sprewell's got 21. Here comes Shaq, powering his way inside into Doliak, and a foul called on Doliak. Kobe is on the bench with 40 points. Lakers have hit 9 threes. Their lead at 34 now is now 99-86, 13 points. O'Neal's got 30 points. Still a 13-point Laker lead. Brian Shaw. He'll lock it in. He has been shooting horribly the last 3 games. In the last 5 games, only 3 of 14. Shaw tonight has gone 2 of 2.
Well, with Shaq in the lineup, Kevin, that gives Shaw.
Sprewell has got 24.
Well, and if you wonder whether Kobe's coming back real soon, too, because, each game with these 3-point shots will put you back in the game in a hurry.
Brian Shaw for 3. Shaw, a 30% three-point shooter in his career. Naylor, good move by Fisher. Doliak. Sprewell, who went 9 for 9 from three-point territory Tuesday. And they get it down low to Harrington. Rebound by Ore, the rebounding advantage, standing at plus 13 for the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers are down to 55% shooting, and the New York Knicks, who have shot well all night long, shooting 51%. Kobe Bryant on the bench with 40. Lakers on top. Michael Strahan here to watch the great all-pro defensive end for the New York Giants. Don Chaney, the coach of the New York Knicks, has watched his team trail by 34. Now they're down by 12.
I'd like to see Michael Strahan get out there and play a little post defense.
Yeah. Kobe Bryant is in. Shaq is at the line.
Well, and I think the Lakers played poorly enough to give the New York team a confidence factor back again, because New York now feels it, the crowd feels it, so now guys will get ready to take a day off, Kevin, for All-Star break, but now they got to go to work again.
Lakers led by 34, 95-61, just before the end of the third quarter. Knicks now have outscored the Lakers 30-10 over the last almost 9 minutes.
People ask me all the time, how does that happen in the NBA? And, we talk about the Lakers just letting up a little bit, but the other thing is, these are incredible shots the Knicks are hitting. These guys are phenomenal players, and they're getting momentum. And they just can't stop the momentum of these great players. So, this doesn't happen at other levels quite as much because you don't have this level of talent. People that can't score 30 points in the gym by themselves at those lower levels sometimes.
You'll remember earlier this season, the Lakers were down by 28 to Dallas and came back to beat the Mavericks. Or with the miss, Doliak, who has come off the bench with 6 points and 5 rebounds. Knicks at 4 New York, plenty of time to play. approaching 4 minutes remaining in the fourth. Goliath again.
But see, that's a problem because he's sitting there screen and stepping out. Shaquille definitely does not want to go out there and guard him there. The Lakers better tighten up defensively.
And all this happening without the Knicks' leading scorer, Allen Houston, out from halftime on because of a wrist injury suffered early in the game. Shaq, look at Goliath pushing and crunching on Shaquille O'Neal.
That's like lifting weights down there. You know, you're in a gym lifting weights. It's amazing he can even make an outside shot right now when he's in the weight room down in the paint on the other end.
What do you know about lifting weights?
I knew that I couldn't do it and
Glad
shoot.
you asked him, Craig.
I have to lift a weight every night sitting here next to Coach. Create some space.
Search now.
Kobe Bryant with 42. There is still some gas left in the tank on Kobe Bryant's side.
Yeah, that'll leave a mark right there. That might have been the one to close the books. Unless the Knicks can answer with a 2 or 3 quickly.
New York, 11 of 16 shooting threes. Now they are 12 of 17. The Knicks have hit their last 7 three-point shots tonight.
Yeah, gentlemen, I think we're about to ready to have some fun in here tonight.
Kobe Bryant, Goliath with the rebound.
What about Charlie Ward? He's been huge.
Looking inside, out of bounds off New York. Ward off the bench, 15 points in 22 minutes. He's got 10 assists. A double-double for Charlie Ward off the bench.
And that's a catchable pass by Neal. And Neal's got to be able to catch that because once Charlie hits a couple of baskets, the defense will spot up on him and he did the right thing. He's trying to find somebody else open.
What about that turnover? 16 Laker turnovers, 17 for the Knicks. What a shot!
We got a ball game.
Michael Goliath with 10 points all in this fourth quarter. And now the curtain is alive. It's Robert Owen. He'll put up a 3. Shaq inhales the rebound. And a foul inside. It's on Goliath. He is gone. Look at that. It's 5 of 5. 3-point shooting in the fourth. We've got a game at the Garden as they're on their feet.
Basketball is back on Sky Sports. Catch the cream of the NBA in an all-star match guaranteed to entertain. Sunday 1 a.m. Sky Sports Extra. It's live. Live it.
3-point shots. The Lakers have made 9, but the New York Knicks have gone 5 of 5 shooting threes in this fourth quarter. They've gone 12 of 17 above the arc. And they're the number 1 3-point shooting team in the NBA, so Jeffrey shouldn't be so surprised that they're trying to get back in this game with that kind of tool.
Well, and I think what happened is that Phil Jackson substituted. You take Shaq out, now you start putting the other guys in the game. Now what happens, the Knicks put their people in and they start making baskets. We talking about swagger, we talking about fear factor, and the Knicks just woke us all up.
What about Latrell Sprewell? He's made 14 of his last 15 3-point shots.
He's hit his last 5 threes, too, Danny. That's been impressive. And a good defensive play right there by Latrell Sprewell. As Kobe Bryant punched it out. Lakers led by 34 points.
Well, this is what the Knicks were not doing earlier. They didn't meet the challenge. When the Lakers took off on them and got very competitive, the Knicks sort of went quiet. But now they're starting to really compete.
Charlie Ward for 3. Kurt Thomas with the rebound. Sprewell saves it. Under 2 to play. Nice pass. Harrington to nail it. The Knicks have their highest scoring fourth quarter this season.
Well, it's on the Lakers now. We'll see psychologically. This is a psychological chess game. The Knicks really went flat, and now they've responded, but now the Lakers have sort of calmed down. They've got to respond right now to adversity.
Oh, Harrington almost let it slip away.
And now the game's getting close. Now let's see if those shots are going to go down. It's always easy to make the shots when you're behind by 30. All of a sudden the game gets within 5. But this defense and this offense of the Knicks has really stepped up. Right here, Sprewell taking the challenge. He sees the screen. He just does a great job with those long arms stripping the ball from Kobe. And Robert Ory keeps that ball alive. Charlie Ward staying active. Charlie Ward again. He's just been a big factor. Him and Sprewell are single-handedly bringing the team back.
He's had 3 blocks tonight. He had 7 the other night in Indianapolis against the Indiana Pacers.
The Lakers look tired. Both Ori and Shaquille O'Neal took a long time coming across the 10-second line.
Shot clock at 7. Kobe Bryant into Shaq, fouled by Harrington. The Knicks have come back one time this season from a deficit large enough to talk about in terms of tonight, 17 points when they came back to beat Indiana. And no team in the NBA has played more close games this season than New York. With O'Neal at the line, where it is 10 of 13. The New York Knicks have played 13 games this year of 3 points or less, and they're 6 and 7 in those games.
I think the Lakers went on their all-star break about 12 minutes too soon.
But it happened right at the time that they substituted. It looked as if the game was over. The Knicks picked up a lot of confidence once they substituted and started rotating Shaq and Kobe.
The best news about this, they might not have an open in the next game.
Sprewell. You thought he was clipped. They'll call Maine. Out of bounds, the air ball sails. Sprewell minus 16, 24 points and 5 threes in a row until that miss right there.
Yeah, but he's fussing with the official and didn't pick up.
Sprewell picks up his 5th foul. Let's see if Sprewell had a point.
Yeah, he got hit on the wrist a little bit, but the only thing I'll say about that is they got Kobe twice early in the game when they weren't called. What goes around comes around. Called the snake bite. Good defenders get away with it.
Snake bite.
Tap the shooter's wrist or tip their elbow.
And that really was a slight tap. He might have fouled him, but he really didn't hit him that hard.
That's all it takes on a 3-point shot, though. That'll throw it off.
Seconds left. Harrington. 6-point game.
You know, the Lakers will probably win this game, but they had a chance to come out of here feeling great. You know, they're just like the cow that gave the bucket of milk and kicked it over. They ruined some of the they ruined some of the psychological benefits of this game, I think, by what they've done.
I think they feel pretty great, though. That first
Well, they should feel great with any victory now. But heck, it gave some other people some more confidence and thinking you can come back on. They've got to be intimidating, I think. With their performance, of course.
But I'll tell you what, though, I mean, again, we got to give the New York Knicks credit. They are #1 in the league in 3-point shooting, and we saw that incredible 3-point shooting out there that got them back in the game. There's not very many teams that can shoot the 3 like New York and make that kind of a quick run. So maybe Dallas and Milwaukee, few teams.
Mark Manson has come in. There goes Shaq. Shaq will lead with 33 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists from the free throw line tonight. He was 11 of 15. The Knicks have 7 players, Danny, in double figures.
Yeah, that guy right there, he's pretty good.
I would say so. I still feel a little disappointed that they didn't smash him when they had him, Danny. You know, I just think they need that for their own sake. They needed to send a message to the rest of the league.
Nailon. Out of bounds off the Lakers.
You know what, Coach? I think that every team I played on the 86 Celtics teams and 85 and the Portland teams and the Suns team. I mean, every team I've been associated with, that's always a problem in the NBA. To stay motivated. Great players like Larry Bird and Charles Barkley and Clyde Drexler. Those guys just sometimes get bored with a 30-point lead. They think they're coming out, and you're playing against great teams. It's such a hard thing to turn off and on within a game itself. And, usually the team that has the big lead hangs on to win.
If the Lakers do win tonight, they'll be 24 and 23. Remember now, in late December, they were 8 games below 500. Since that time, with tonight's win, if they go on and win with 11 seconds to play, they will have gone 13 and 4 since that time. Dramatic turnaround in the first time above 500.
And everybody in the league is taking notice. Believe me, they are sitting out there and going, oh no, Lakers are back. But you know what's happened with the Lakers? Everybody has gotten better around them. The Lakers are getting back to where they have been over the last few years in the championship runs. But Sacramento's better, Dallas is better, Portland is better, San Antonio's better, Phoenix is better. Everybody is better around them, and Houston's better, and that's making it more difficult.
Kobe is better.
Kobe's better too.
And I agree with Danny about great teams having a tendency to slack back, but this is a team that's fighting to be over 500, fighting to be in the playoffs. They don't have anything to get bored about.
What do you want to see? Give you an ovation or something?
Yes, he did.
I'm going to go back over this to make sure I'm right.
We thought it was insignificant.
We should give him an ovation.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. That's good.
That means no strikeout. 9 seconds to play. Kobe ties, guys, the season high with his 46 points tonight.
It's definitely been a perfect storm tonight. He's probably the Knicks are bad.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, Matt Matson. You're going to get Mad Dog on the scoreboard tonight.
Manson is 2 of 10 from the free throw line this season.
2 of 10?
2 of 10.
He lives in L.A. We got to get him some sun.
Don Chaney's got to feel pretty good now. He said came back competing. I thought he was really looking as if he was disgusted over there. And I really think the Knicks have overachieved, just based on what you look at out there on the floor.
New York will watch their 3-game home winning streak come to a close. Boy, the Knicks have got a real test after the All-Star break. 14 of 21 games on the road, including a very long West Coast road trip, which will either keep the season buoyant or sink it.
That is going to be true. We'll probably know after that West Coast trip where they are, and that's going to be very difficult for them to get any wins out there.
Lakers winning 114-109, but remember they led by 34 points late in the third quarter and could not put the Knicks out.